mix. Many of you who have been keeping up with my story know a couple of things that have happened to me and the other people who I was with. I got a date. As of the 1300s, Renaissance era, back in the 1300s. Now, I was just a little boy, many of you know, and the seven of us hikers from Mendocino County, California, back in the early 80s, 1980s, were abducted, taken onto a craft, driven by people from another world, and we were time traveling all through history. I was sitting at the console, I was pushing the buttons, and we were recorded and documented by the people of different timelines. That's me inside of the church. That's a UFO above a church in ancient Romania. This is in ancient Transylvania. This is in Transylvania. There I am right here, recorded and documented. There's the craft. There's a real picture of the craft inside of a hangar. And there's the craft right there in the 1300s in Transylvania. Now, after Transylvania, we were taken to China in the Ming Dynasty. Before we got abducted though, onto the craft back in the early 80s, I noticed something about the lady staff member. She was wearing a ring on her finger, a ring. And this was a very particular ring that I've noticed because my Aunt Julia also had a ring that was very similar. In fact, it was identical. She was wearing a ring that could tell time, a wristwatch ring, made in Switzerland. Okay? Made in Switzerland. Now, we were in the second Ming Dynasty. I seen an emperor who, the first emperor, he lay dead. They had flowers around him in this area where they bury their dead inside of vaults, big vaults and rooms. Now, getting to this, when I was in the second Ming Dynasty, it was early morning because we spent the night there. A very nice older woman and an older gentleman were told to give us a room inside of the palace of the emperor, and, see you in the morning, basically. Well, I couldn't sleep. I was hungry. I was tired. I didn't know where I was. Who were these people? I didn't know these people. I didn't know where I was. I was hungry and I was scared. And I wasn't back in the early 80s. I was in the 1300s. So after that morning, after I ate the rice porridge, they had some kind of a rice porridge for breakfast. I gobbled it all down as best as I could, being a hungry kid, but not really wanting to eat rice because, I'm from the 80s, 1980s. I wanted cereals, cereals. So they didn't have cereals, though. They didn't even have a refrigerator. So after breakfast, in this big hall of a room, big, huge hall with many tables, I ran outside to an area where I seen these two guards, and they had swords, and they were guarding this area. It was like, it goes down, and I pushed my way past the two guards. I thought they were going to, go away. The minute they go away, I will go in there and hide and look around and trying to find my way out. Well, it didn't turn out that way. I went in there, I pushed my way past the two guards because I thought they were going to leave, but they seen me and they pretended that they were going to leave, which they weren't. They were, guarding the area. And I ended up pushing my way past them anyway. They were just as tall as I was, and I was just a kid. I looked around and I seen the dead man laying on the ground with a lot of flowers around him, like I said. And I tried the doors to open one of the doors to go in, to look and to hide. No. One of the lady staff members, she found me. She was chasing after me. She was the one who was wearing the wristwatch ring. The lady staff member. One of the hikers that I was with. The lady, she was also abducted. The seven of us. She was one of the hikers. Anyway, she was wearing a wristwatch ring. She was wearing this ring. She was wearing this ring. That's her ring. It was found a couple years back inside of the vault that I was hiding in, that she ran into to get me in the Ming Dynasty in the early 1300s. This ring now is many hundreds of years old. Older than wristwatch rings were even invented. Older than wristwatches were even invented. That's her ring, found in the Ming Dynasty in the sealed vault. Because after what I did, after I was hiding in there, and she was hiding in there, we were trying to keep the door closed because the guards, they were trying to open up the door to get us. And I was screaming and she was yelling and we were fighting with the door and the guards. The old man who was taking care of us, he got in trouble because of us. He got in big trouble because of us. With the emperor. The emperor was very, very unhappy with me. The emperor did something to the nice old man that wasn't good because of me and the lady staff member. And I'm very sorry. I was just a kid. I didn't know what was going on. We were from a different time. I didn't understand the language. I didn't understand where I was. Who were these people? Anything. All I knew is I was hungry, I was scared, and I wanted to go home. And the lady's wristwatch ring has been sealed in that vault for more than 400 years. We were time traveling. This is the proof, right here. This is the proof. When I told you the first time that I was a time traveler, I meant it. I don't lie about this. This isn't just my truth. This is the truth of 7 people who were abducted, taken onto a craft by people who are not human, who I also have the pictures of. And we were time traveling all through history. I'm recorded even on petroglyphs here on these lands that are over 10,000 years old. I've been here for more than 20 million years old. 20 million years. A lot of things happened to me. And I got all the proof of. When I hear some jackass talking badly about me, he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. And if I was next to such a person, I'd smack their ears off. It shows me a great deal of disrespect, and the other children I was with, and the staff members, and the elders who I came in contact with. Because I'll never lie about these things. I'll always tell the truth. The best way I can, as best as I can remember. And if people don't like it, they can kiss my ass. This didn't happen to them. This happened to me. I learned a lot of things about the extraterrestrials. I learned how to travel in time. I learned how to drive a UFO. I died before my natural childbirth. I met many people from different parts of the world who you'll only read about in history books. I met them. I interacted with them. And I became one of your ancient ancestors myself, because I had sex with a woman covered in hair over 20 million years ago. All of you know her as Eve. I'm Adam. I was time traveling in time. And I was just a little kid. But this ring, that belongs to the lady's staff member. The lady's staff member, Hiker, who was also abducted. The 7 of us. 3 boys, 2 men staff members, a little girl, a little blonde-haired girl, and a lady staff member. The 7 of us hikers. And I've been looking for them for a very, very long time. I don't think I'll ever get to talk to them. I thought by now people would have helped me look for them. No one has done anything for me on my behalf. No one has done a damn thing for me. People always talk. No one ever does anything. I would like to go back to the places I once was many thousands and many hundreds and many millions of years ago, and pay my respect and show my love and my gratitude. But no one will help me. I'm more famous than anybody on the planet because everybody has heard about me. Everybody has heard about Adam and Eve. I'm Adam. I was just a time traveler, and I was a little kid. A lot of people have heard about the prophecy rock, the Bahana, who was on the prophecy rock. Your true white brother. I got pictures of me in heaven, pure white, as divinity. People call me your lost white brother, because I was traveling in time, but I was always with family, and I was always here. I was just traveling. But no one here in today's timeline has helped me do shit. You all should be ashamed of yourselves. I'm one of your ancient ancestor fathers. I've told the truth and I've proven myself correct. This is the biggest news in all history. I got proof of everything, from extraterrestrials to the beginning of humanity's creation, to heaven, everything that is important here about the human species and about people from other worlds and about what we do, what happens to us when we die, and the creation of humanity, everything. And no one has helped me do shit. You all should be ashamed of yourselves. Everybody talks about wanting to save the world, making great change. Well, I can bring that for all of us, but no one has stepped forward and invested the time that it takes to do the correct things for all of us as a family. Everybody talks. No one does anything except for me. I can't do everything by myself. I'm not supposed to. You are part of this world too. It takes family to do anything. Family. And today I haven't seen any family at all. So don't expect to hear, don't expect me to listen to you when you say how correct you are about anything, or if you want to talk. Because I don't want to hear it. I want to see people out here pronto. And let's do things that can help save this world and humanity in all relations. But I don't think that will happen because everybody's too damn lazy. And everybody has a stick up their ass. Look at me. Look what I have done. Look what I have achieved. And I was just a child. I don't see anybody doing anything today. Your superstars, your celebrities, they're nothing compared to me. They're a bunch of actors who read from a book. They are not famous people. I've been here for millions of years. I'm more famous than anybody on the planet. And all I want to do is the right things, the right way, on the good step. But I can't do that because it takes this nowadays to do anything. And good public relations. I don't have the money, and I don't have the good public relations because no one will help me. And look at who I am. Look at what I've shown you. Look at what I've told you. I don't want to hear anybody talking. I want to see people here. And let's go. Before it's too late. This has been my home for a very long, long time. Longer than all of you. Longer than your white colonialism here on these lands. Sometimes I wish I would have stayed back in time, because what I know now about humanity, how everybody treats everybody, how no one helps, everybody talks a lot of shit, no one backs it up. I wish I would have stayed back in time so I could have had a beautiful family. Because that's something that I never had.